was sold earlier in the week to Tacoma, and Keith Murphy traded for Dale Mitchell, so that's a different team. But here, Tattoo will be ready as a member of the visiting team to take the opening kickoff. Our senior referee is Essie Bahamas, Alan Shepard, the other referee, and the alternate official is Tim Burke. The goalkeepers, the underrated Chris Sobieski for Dallas and Alan Mayer for Kansas City, and we're underway. Alan Mayer left-footing it. And right away, we'll have our first break. Alan Mayer comes into the game as the #2 goalkeeper in the major indoor soccer league with a 3.67 goals against average. He's 9-11. Sobieski comes in at 4.18. He is 14-9. Second to Tino Lettieri in wins. Billy Kapke playing it back out to Victor Moreland. These two teams have made the most changes of any others. Dallas with 12 changes and Kansas City with 11. As Sobieski comes out, he is one of those keepers that likes to roam.
Well, the changes, John Paul, were made in a different style. Dallas making the majority of the changes after a disastrous first season. And Gordon Jago knew he had to really regroup, get rid of some players, build a team around his offensive star, Tattoo. Gordon Jago doing a brilliant job, as evidenced by Dallas's record right now.
They won only 12 last year. They're up to 15, and they've won 6 on the road. DeBrito wanting to turn. Former member of the New York Cosmos being held along the boards. Trying to get free. The Billy Kapke shot was deflected on its way in. Had Mayer down. Back the other way, Uremovich and Abraham's battle, and it's knocked back into the sidekick zone. And Victor Moreland, the Dallas captain and an inspirational leader back there. One of the key changes on this team. Defense is really an area where Dallas improved. They picked up your former teammate Doc Lawson, Sobieski in goal. Victor Moreland cleared out again out of the box by the Comets. And here they come with Dale Mitchell over midfield. He gets by Uremovich. Walking in at Sobieski, score! Dale Mitchell beats Mike Uremovich, and it's a 1-0 lead for Kansas City.
And what a rousing welcome Dale Mitchell is getting from this Kansas City crowd. No better way to win the hearts of the crowd than to do just this. And watch Dale Mitchell cross up Mike Uremovich. Uremovich reaches in with the right foot, misses the tackle. Watch Dale Mitchell with the right foot. Sobieski comes out. Mitchell cracks that ball with a lot of velocity. One-on-one. A shooter's delight for Dale Mitchell.
There's your score. The Kansas City Comets and a Dale Mitchell goal from Damir Haramina take a 1-0 lead over Dallas. Will be winner against Pittsburgh. John Bain, marked by Ed Radwanski. #1 draft choice to the Sankers. Big foot for Lee. And it's quickly 2-0. And Stuart Lee snaps the streak in which he has not scored in his last 7 games.
And that's just great stuff. 4 out of 5 on the power play, now making 5 out of 6. Kansas City working it to perfection. Angelo DiBernardo spotting Stuart Lee. He looks up. There's Lee at the far post. No chance at all for Dallas and Chris Sobieski. Stuart Lee goes into his celebration. Great power play goal. Here's the pass by Angelo DiBernardo. He sees Stuart Lee at the far post. Stuart Lee takes that ball on the half volley, tucks it in the net. We have a 2-0 lead, Kansas City over Dallas.
And a happy Stuart Lee with his 8th goal of the season. He started out the year with St. Louis as a free agent after he had the fine year last year. Looking, sending it up the field. John Bain, the former Minnesota player, going off a deflection. 3-0. The ball takes some funny bounces in indoor soccer, and Kansas City takes the lead by 3.
John Bain cracked in the shot, deflected off Doc Lawson, but that's the unusual turn of events. Here's Bain winding up, cocking with the right foot. Watch him take the shot, and watch Doc Lawson off his left thigh. Sobieski already leaning the wrong way. Nothing you can do about it. No fault of Doc Lawson. He's trying to just block the shot, and Sobieski must read the initial shot out of position for the deflection.
John Bain's 5th goal of the year overall, first for Kansas City. He's only played 4 games for that club, and we've got a foul right now on the Comets. So Dallas quickly trails 3-0. They fall into that category, giving up that bad goal with less than a minute to go in the quarter and already trailing 2-0. What the situation is up there. 3-0 lead for Kansas City with 24 seconds left. Comets have 5 fouls. That's why he was pointing at the number 5. Played into the box for Kapke. The shot blocked by Mayer. Another try blocked. Another one blocked by Alan Mayer. Right-in-foot score, Louis Natchop. And Alan Mayer a little bit upset, but right there is where he's got to get some help from players in front of him, Shep, because he did more than what he was required to do.
Alan Mayer absolutely irate as Dallas celebrates. Watch this series of saves by Alan Mayer. Manchoff with a back heel to Kansky. Bingo! Save number 1. Save number 2. Kasky kicking. Shoots again. Mayer with the save. His defense not picking up for him as Mayer makes 4 or 5 saves in a row. And watch Nanchoff through 3 Kansas City players, and he pokes it in the goal.
So that's a big goal for the Dallas Sidekicks because, as Shep Messing had mentioned before, 1 goal could bring them right back in, and especially near the end of a quarter, 14-47. Those are the kind of goals that, if you're a coach like Gordon Jago, you love it. If you're Rick Benben, you've got to be upset. Long ball for Salguero. Lost it. Positions himself well and just moves it out of there. 3 seconds left in the quarter, and Dallas will get out of trouble and out of the quarter, not trailing by 3 as they were about 15 seconds ago, but trailing instead by 2. At the end of 1, there's your score. The Kansas City Comets lead the Dallas Sidekicks 3-1. Back for the second quarter after this. Goes right with a toe ball to Tattoo, and they're straight the numbers, and right now it's 4-on-3. Dallas played it for Kasky. Great shot on the feed from Tattoo, and Dallas is within 1, but Tattoo makes the play.
Tattoo had Doc Lawson breaking on the right, but give all the credit in the world to Billy Kasky because he hit that ball with his left foot from a difficult angle. And the play starts all the way in the back with Kasky winning the ball, gets it out to Tattoo. Now watch Doc Lawson on the left making an overlapping run. That's what permits Tattoo to look left. And watch Kasky off balance on his left foot, and he tucks it over Alan Mayer. The overlapping run by Doc Lawson going out of sight. Tattoo splits the defenders. Now watch Kasky with the left foot. Oh, beautifully. He takes Alan Mayer out of the play. Mayer expecting that shot low to his right, and Kasky with a presence under pressure to tuck that ball in the back of the net.
It's a tough shot to make with the keeper coming right out at you, and Billy Kasky gets his 11th of the year from Tattoo. Should call.
Dallas doing a good job killing some time. Again, analyzing what Kansas City does on a power play. They take a big gamble by only playing 2 players up at the top. That allows a free player right down on the goal now, in front of the goalkeeper. If they beat the defense, there's a save by Mayer.
A short-handed goal on the part of Kevin Smith. So how about that? Kansas City is now tied by Dallas. 3 unanswered goals. The first save is made, but how is Kevin Smith open? When you look the other way, it is Kansas City that has 1 extra player.
And again, we've been talking about gambling all game. Watch Dallas gamble. Wes McLeod with a shot. Mayer down with the left hand makes a big save. And watch Smith. He's in there on a full volley. Beautiful shot in the back of the net. But again, the gambling nature of both teams. Dallas pressing, short-handed.
I'll tell you what. They have tied it with a very big goal. That could be a turning point of the game, but we're a long way from that point. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. Still another half to go. Remember, Kansas City still has a power play. Let's see how they recover. Welcome back to the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm John Paul Della Camera, along with Shep Messing, and we're tied at halftime between the Dallas Sidekicks and the Kansas City Comets. Some star performances in this game this afternoon, and we look for an all-star performance on February the 18th when East meets West in the 7th annual All-Star Game. That's coming up in Chicago Stadium in Chicago, Illinois, and we've already mentioned that ESPN will be carrying that game for the 2nd straight season. On the East squad, we'll take a look at an all-star lineup. How would you like to face Stan Semenkovic, Tattoo, Karl-Heinz Granitza, Godfrey Ingram, and Peter Ward up front?
Well, there's no doubt these players are individual greats. The thing that's so good about them is that give them 1 hour of practice and they're going to play with each other as if they've been with each other all year long.
The midfield, Jerry Gray, a member of Canada's World Cup team, and I think one of the most improved players in the league. Ali Kazemeni, the Rookie of the Year, he's already doubled the points that he had last year, so midfield looks good for the East. Then on defense, some good individual players like a Bruce Savage, who we'll talk about later, our MISL Defensive Player of the Weekend from this game here, Victor Moreland.
Well, what stands out in my mind when I look at this list of all-star defenders, every one of them has the ability to go forward. In the MISL, it's so important for a defender, once he wins the ball, to be able to go forward, have a shot on goal.
And the goalkeepers, David Bursich, 4 times the MISL Defensive Player of the Week, and the very colorful Tino Lettieri, who we saw in our last televised game on ESPN, is the other keeper. He has 15 wins this season. The coaches, Kenny Cooper, great coach, Willie Roy, same thing. Their teams are always in the playoffs. Let's take a look at the West. Your former teammates, a couple of them right there. That's an explosive group of forwards.
Well, there's no doubt, probably velocity, pound for pound, velocity on the shot. The West has it over the East. Steve Jungle, Branko Sakota, Batata, Brecky, Rasmussen, just an awesome array of talent.
Chico Borja and Brian Quinn, 2 aggressive midfielders.
Well, the versatility again. These are midfielders who could go forward, dish off assists, and also, like in the case of Chico Borja, stick that ball in the net, score goals.
And on defense, Gino Schiraldi from this game, and Tony Bellinger, who's played in every single All-Star game.
But when I look at the West defensively, I see more of a pure defense. These guys block shots and play defense like it was made to be played.
So those are the defenders. Slobo Ilievsky, the very popular goalkeeper, and Alan Mayer for the Kansas City Comets round out the Western Division, coached by Ron Newman, who has more wins in indoor and outdoor than any other coach, and his assistant is Roy Turner. So it's East versus West in Chicago on February 18th. If you're in the Chicago area, we hope to see you there. If not, watch it on ESPN. Here at halftime, it is 3-3, but the Dallas Sidekicks have really come back. Welcome back to Kansas City. I'm John Paul Della Camera with Shep Messing. Your score is tied at 3, and before we go further, we'd like to apologize once more for some problems we're having with our picture, the transmission, sending it back from Kansas City. We have been having some technical difficulties, and we continue to apologize and continue to work on it as we work on the MISL's Offensive Player of the Week, Stan Stamenkovic, doing what he does best there.
And believe it or not, Stan Stamenkovic, just at this point, playing himself into shape. He loves to win that All-Star MVP February 18th, but he can score goals and dish off assists.
He's won 3 straight cars in those All-Star games. He has now scored at least a point in 22 straight games. We'll have to update that statistic for you because he has scored in the last 2. How about the defensive players for the week? Bruce Savage is mentioned when it comes down to All-Star time, but he's not a flashy player, so he doesn't get much notice, but he's one of the best man-for-man markers in the Major Indoor Soccer League.
Well, the most amazing thing about Bruce Savage, his job always to guard that player that's most dangerous on the field, but he's gone 72 consecutive games without getting a 2-minute infraction. That's unbelievable for an All-Star defender.
Bruce Savage, the MISL Defensive Player of the Week, and one of the All-Stars who will be playing on February 18th in Chicago. It's tied up here at 3 goals apiece, and here's the reason why on a shorthanded play.
Well, it's Wes McLeod who gets it going. He cracks a shot that Alan Mayer has to dive for and make a fist save with his left hand. He sends it up high, and now unbelievably, Kevin Smith comes in on a full volley. Alan Mayer still trying to get over to the near post, and he's handcuffed by the shot. But a great shorthanded goal by the Dallas Sidekicks. And
as the statistic shows you, it is their 3rd shorthanded goal so far this season. It was 3-0 at one point, and give the Sidekicks credit. They came back. Here's a look at our halftime statistics. Dallas with 9 shots in the second quarter and Kansas City 7. So Kansas City has 14, but the Sidekicks have 22. Give 7 saves to Sobieski and 10 for Kansas City. And as we promised, we've been teasing all along that we'd be talking about Steve Jungle and that big deal. Now he's got a chance to do it here at halftime. Steve Jungle becomes the first $1 million deal in the history of the Major Indoor Soccer League. I say $1 million, Shep, because when you figure out his bonus, what it cost to buy him from the team, his 2-year contract, it pretty much amounts to $1 million. It was a big, big deal for Tacoma. I don't even want to get into that deal, stock options, real estate, but at any rate, Steve Jungle, undeniably the greatest player in the history of the MISL, a blockbuster of a deal. Jungle going from San Diego to Tacoma. I think it's a great deal for both clubs. The key question for San Diego, they're loaded with talent. Can Branko Segota survive without Jungle? Segota being the young, great player who has always played with Jungle, and he benefits from playing with Jungle. For Tacoma, a great, great move. You can build a franchise around Steve Jungle. Jungle, no matter what shirt he's wearing, he's going to put people in the stands. He'll do that in Tacoma, and he's going to score goals. And hopefully he'll do it this afternoon because Tacoma plays San Diego, their first match. Other games coming up this week in the Major Indoor Soccer League on Tuesday. Kansas City at Dallas, St. Louis at Wichita, L.A. at San Diego, and on Wednesday, Chicago off of a couple of straight wins at Cleveland, and Pittsburgh plays at Minnesota. If you live in a Major Indoor Soccer League city, go out and watch this game. I'm sure you're going to love it. Play begins now in the second half. Pedro de Brito and his team tied at 3 with the Kansas City Comets. John Bain trying to move it up the field. A real character builder for the Dallas Sidekicks. Anytime you trail 3-0 in the road and you come right back. Laurie Abrahams over midfield. Poked ahead. Kapke rejects it. Looking. De Brito has more than left. Tattoo right. De Brito slides it for Tattoo. Quick shot off the cross. Going one-on-one and beating the defender. And now we have Dallas going the other way. And it's starting to open up again as Louis Nanshaw brings it back with McLeod. The shot blocked by Ty Keogh. A battle along those boards. Kapke wins it. The shot, a great diving save by Mayer. One of the more spectacular moves of the afternoon. Nanshaw getting free. Mayer is out. Score! What happened that time to the Kansas City Comet defense? Because it was Mayer all alone, and then the net was empty. Louis Nanshaw doing what he does best. First, we had a great save by Mayer. Here's a shot by Kapke deflected. Mayer diving, pushing it out with his left hand.
Now the ball ends up at the feet of Louis Nanshaw. Watch Louis control the ball. He's going to roll it over with his right foot to beat Mayer. Watch him come over the top of the ball and now tuck it in with his left foot. Great individual effort by Louis Nanshaw. Again, the frustration of Mayer, making a big save only to be punished again.
Great move by Nanshaw, and had he missed that ball or that goal, Wes McLeod was...
Good outlet pass, ending up with a shot and a kick save by Sobieski. That's what they're lacking so far. Quick transition from defense to offense.
There's today's attendance, almost 12,000. This is the 85th time in 88 games that there have been double figures here in Kansas City. The other night they had better than 10 for Pittsburgh, and there's no other city in this league who could suffer through a 6-game losing streak, 11 losses in their last 12, or 10 out of their last 12, and draw 10,000 people.
Well, it's a great feeling. You get to the hotel, you get to the taxi cab driver, they're all talking about the Kansas City Comets, they're talking about the trade. They're talking good, they're talking bad, but they're all talking...
Blocked by Tattoo. Great matchup right there. Right point for Giraldi. Looking. It's blocked. A quick shot made. Save. Sobieski and Mitchell missed on the rebound, but a great save by Sobieski. Bain could have had his second goal of the day. Now the other way. Kevin Smith had a good run. Mayer cuts the angle and just barely had it cut as Smith shot it wide. Back the other way. It's starting to open up a little bit more, Shep.
Well, momentum switching now to the Kansas City Comets. Sobieski coming up with a big save, and now we see Tattoo on a breakaway.
He took it away from Keogh. In the corner. Mayer blocking him all alone. Wow, I'll tell you what, the ball came out so quickly. It's a goal. I thought Mayer had gotten a piece of that, but the red light did flash on, and this is one goal I want to see in the replay. That was so quick.
Tattoo, who made it all possible, winning that ball along the boards. Great goal for Dallas. There's Tattoo beating the sliding tackle of Ty Keogh. Tattoo now on a 3-on-0. He looks up and gives a square ball. Mayer back in the goal. No chance at all. Diving all the way across. Mark Kerpen sticking that ball in. Watch Tattoo with a poke check. Now the ball is free along the board. Tattoo races in. Beats the sliding tackle by Ty Keogh, and he's off to the races. Tattoo looks up. He'll slot this ball right in front of the goal mouth. And Kerpen with a left foot. Taps it in, no chance at all for Alan Mayer. What a big goal for Dallas.
And Mark Kerpen has now scored in his second straight game after the knee surgery. He's only played a couple of shifts today. I had to watch that one again. As Mayer dove, I saw the ball come flying out. It looked like it got a piece of him, and the red light had gone on, but it was a goal, no question about it. Kerpen from Tattoo stealing the ball from Keogh along with Smith. You don't hear too much about Kevin Smith, but he got a big goal here today, and it was his 7th of the season. Salguero the other way. In the penalty arc, off the crossbar down, and now the red light goes on. Was that a goal?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't look like one from up here.
Not to me.
Sobieski over there arguing. The red light went on. The entire ball must pass the plane of the goal.
Did the red light go on late as well?
Let's watch it again. Salguero's going to wind up with a left foot. He's going to crack it off the underside of the top crossbar. Yes, and look on the replay like the entire ball was over the goal line.
My apologies to the goal judge. That is it.
Well, these guys do a super job. Salguero pulling the trigger with the left foot. It's going to smack on the underside of the crossbar and bounce down. The entire ball must be completely past that plane of the goal mouth. We see the red light go on. What a big goal at an opportunistic time for Kansas City.
On that angle, you could see that the entire ball did go over. So now it's 5-4 with 3:55. Double team. Taken away. Comets. Steve Bernardo will have Abraham's open. Back for Salguero. The shot wide up the post, and Sobieski is there. Kansas City with a great opportunity. Toss the field now for Tattoo. Trying to get free, a foul along the boards, but boy, when Kansas City looks at the videotape, Shep, they're going to say, how did it not go in?
Sitting at the back post, all that had to be done was crack that ball into the net, off the boards, and Sobieski comes up big, and boy, did Dallas dodge a bullet.
We have a 2-minute bench penalty being called, sounds like against Kansas City. Well, that was the 6th foul that happened along the board. That's why. 6th foul on the Kansas City Comets, but it looked like Salguero had a clear shot at goal. It looked like, at least at first. That one goes wide. DiBernardo at the post and Sobieski there. Dallas has outplayed Kansas City today, but the ball has also bounced their way. Remember, Sobieski blocked a couple, one off his back, he stopped that, another one off the post. He reached back and it was there. So Dallas has been able to get the breaks as well.
Give them all the credit in the world. They played a whale of a game. dodged that bullet. Angelo DiBernardo at the back post. Salguero creating a dangerous opportunity. He laid it off for Laurie Abrahams. He cracked it off the boards, and just that much of a difference, inches.
10 seconds or less. And we'll be recapping it for you from Kansas City, where unless disaster strikes, Gordon Jago and his club would have their 7th victory on the road, and it would even their record at 16-16. David Stride will be putting it in play with 10 seconds left and an extra man on for Dallas. Alan Mayer is back in goal, but he's outside of the box, and if they get the ball, he'll be looking to send it long downfield. David Stride will put it in play as the whistle sounds all the way back to Sobieski. That will kill some time. He can't use his hands there. He'll kick it upfield. Tattoo with Mayer out. Allen going down, draws the foul with 3 seconds left.
And that's a great intelligent play by Allen. He took the foul past the red line, which with 3 seconds left, it's going to give Kansas City a prayer, a hope. Send that ball into the goal now, so let's see what happens.
And Allen is going to go up the field. He's got that helmet, so he may get in there in this play. Blocked, though, by Bonchik. That's a long shot at best. It goes out of play, but it is a prayer, as you said. And anything can happen. Dallas will be watching for it, and they have an extra player out there because they're on the power play. And now Kansas City will send out Ty Keogh to replace Dave Bonchik. A little experience there. They want the veteran to make this play.
And the difficulty is getting the ball past Tattoo. If Ty Keogh can, he wants to send a high, hard cross right into the box.
Well, it's easier said than done, but anything can happen in this game. Bain comes on now for Alan Mayer. Mayer will go to the Kansas City bench. The key really here is the pass. If it doesn't get there, then no shot gets to be taken. 2 seconds are left. Down to a prayer for the Comets. Keogh. Tattoo blocks it as the horn sounds, ending Kansas City's chance to win it. It was the Dallas Sidekicks, though, who outplayed the Comets this afternoon. They are undefeated here on ESPN. Dallas wins at 5-4. We'll recap when we come back. Dallas beats Kansas City 5-4. Shep and the Comets made it close. Here is their one last chance that failed.
A great effort. Carlos Salguero break it down the middle. This is Angelo DiBernardo on the ball. Now he gets to the Laurie Abrahams. He's going to wind up, give it to Salguero. Salguero's going to hit the ball off the post, off the boards, and Angelo DiBernardo just not enough to put it in.
Thanks to everyone for helping us out. Our director, Brian Sipe, our producer, Tom Williamson, the public relations directors of both teams, Tim Bryant, Don Fanesteele, and then Steve Stewart for Dallas and Joe Monaghan. Today's game was brought to you by Bud Light, the light beer with a first name and taste. Everything else is just a light. By Metropolitan Life and affiliated companies. Get Met. It pays. And by Spalding, the official ball of the Major Indoor Soccer League. The MISL is a presentation of Anheuser-Busch Sports Productions through the facilities of ESPN.